There's been a rise in something crazy, weird, unexplainable, and that is the New Age movement. Have you heard of it? Have you practiced it? I bet you have, because all of a sudden it's become a trend and people don't know what view to take. Is it something everyone should practice, or is it only specifically for some people? And the New Age movement is and isn't going to work for everybody. And everyone has their own views of what the New Age movement is and what the New Age movement isn't. No one can tell you the right thing of how to practice it, no matter how many videos you watch. Even if you watch mine, these are my opinions, these are my views. And don't let me sway you, or don't let me even trigger you if I talk about it, because I'm going to bring religion and not politics into things. And honestly, whatever view you take, I respect it. So here it is. This is what New Age movement is for me. The New Age movement is the coming age of Aquarius, and which we are now in the age of Aquarius. When this age came, it was said that humanity's consciousness would rise quicker. Like, our consciousness before just went around in circles and we stayed frozen in time. Apparently, people still killed, people still raped, slaughtered, people are still going hungry. And what this belief was, that if you, after the New Age, things would speed up a little bit. And once humanity's consciousness was risen to a point where we can all live in peace and we could all share our resources, there would be no hunger in the world, there would be no violence in the world, and there wouldn't be any political disagreements in the world. But it hasn't happened yet, because we're still in that stage, we're still in that part of raising our consciousness. And it's something that we're all going through in our own individual ways. And it's going to be gradual and it's going to be slow. And that is the point. Many people say if you practice the New Age, you mustn't believe in God. On the contrary, if you're practicing New Age, you believe that there is a higher power that is working with you, that is within you, and you are a part of it. People call it source, people call it God, people call it the universe. You can call it whatever you want. It is said that we all have this part of source or God within ourselves, because we are not separate from each other, because since we are a part of that source, of that God, we all are fragments of it. But it's hard to believe that we are not separate from each other, but mirrors of oneself, of each other. But since there is separation, and we believe in separation because of our ego, just think of it as a puzzle. We are different pieces, different shapes, different consciousnesses, experiencing different lives, but we all fit in to create this one creator or God that knows everything, and through shared experience can create something amazing. And that is when we are complete. But you don't have to believe that. Anyways, that is how the New Age movement or New Agers view each other. It's a way of expanding your mind, reading different books. We accept that science is great and working out is amazing. We got the mind and the body down really good. We like to work out. We like to show off our muscles. We like to show off that we're so smart and we know everything. But what about the spiritual side? What about that? Do you work on it? Do you think about it? We've disconnected from that part of us. They all have to be in sync with one another, body, mind, and spirit. When you got a great mind and a great body, but not a great spirit, there's a lot of crazy things going on up in there in your head or in deep within yourself. And you learn that with the New Age, there is manifestation and the law of attraction, and you learn that you create your own reality. And yes, it's a burden for people to think that you create your own reality, your own circumstances, and where you're at now. Once you know, you can take action and take responsibility for what is going on. It is no one's fault where you're at. It is no one's fault that you're through things that you're going through. And it may sound harsh, it kind of is empowering to know you can change the trajectory of your life. And with manifestation, I think for some people it doesn't really work that well because some people just are focused too much on what they really want. The point is to just focus on what you want, and after you focus for a little bit, let it go. The universe already heard you, God already heard you. All you gotta do is just live your life and just keep on being happy and joyful. Eventually, it'll turn up. It's not gonna happen all of a sudden. And it leads to crystals. Crystals are in the new age, and many people just buy them. Oh, that looks pretty. I'm just gonna buy it. All right, it's gonna help me and it's gonna heal me. You just got this rock on you or this rock on your nightstand and you're hoping that it's gonna work, but you didn't put no intention in it. The crystals are just, they're intention enhancers. You put your intention and the crystal does the work depending on what kind of crystal you have. If you have a green one, it will help heal your anything with your heart or money or anything that you want. You have a blue one, maybe it'll help you feel a little more peace, a little bit better with communication. It's like me, I'm wearing a crystal right now, and I could just be wearing it just for fun, or I could set my intention and say, what do I want this crystal for? Oh yeah, maybe it'll work on my communication skills. Put that intention in there and see it work. But it's not just the crystal itself that's doing the work, you are doing the work as well. And there's so many things, like if you don't want to deal with crystals, and if you don't want to deal with tarot cards or any of that stuff, you just stick to books. Books are amazing at teaching you many things about the new age, and crystals and tarot are pretty neat. To think about it, there's nothing wrong with the tarot cards, and many people, when I show them the cards, there is this fear, like, oh my gosh, the tarot, what is this? It's witchcraft. It's something scary. But in reality, they're just cards. Everything is done by intention. There's no other force in the cards. There's no other force in the crystals. When you shuffle or use the tarot deck is to enhance your intuitive abilities. And when you shuffle the cards, it's all you and your intuition trying to give you a little nudge, a little hint. And if you don't know what intuition is, it's more of, you could think of it as a higher part of yourself giving you a nudge, or if you want to think about it this way, your angels are trying to send you a message through the cards. By chance, it's just an advice of life. I don't know how you view life. I don't know how to explain this complicated way that the tarot works, but yes. So to recap, the New Age movement is basically that human consciousness is trying to be risen so people can evolve and eventually reach a point where there's no violence and we could all live peacefully. And there's tools that can help you with your spiritual journey, like crystals, tarot cards, Reiki, and manifestation. I know I didn't mention Reiki, but I had to put it out there. And here is what the New Age movement isn't. It is not a movement that you should take literally and seriously. You do not have to follow it to the T. You don't have to listen to all these people saying that you have to go vegan because everyone in the spiritual community is vegan. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. Many people are stressed and say that the New Age movement doesn't work because they feel like pressure to go vegan. You don't have to go vegan if you don't want to. You don't have to go vegan if it doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you feel comfortable. I'm not vegan yet, and I still practice New Age, whatever spiritual movement. Do I plan on going vegan one day? Maybe one day, but I'm not pushing myself to do it. I'm not forcing myself to do it. I'm gonna do it when I feel right, and you should too. Go vegan, go vegetarian whenever you feel called to. Like, try vegetarian first. Try one meal a week. You don't have to go, boom, vegan. And if you have friends that are vegan, that are pushing you to be vegan, you don't have to listen to them. Food is such a complicated subject, and it's fun to find people that have your views and interests. Yes, hang out with them, but Also, the New Age is not a form of isolation. Don't isolate yourself from your parents, your family that is not practicing what you're practicing, because you have a lot to offer. You're embarking on this journey yourself. You're literally letting go of those beliefs that your parents had and you're adopting new beliefs. It doesn't mean that you don't have to see your family because they're not having your interest of this new age and they don't agree with what you're doing. It's okay. You don't have to talk to them about it. You don't have to talk to them, tell them what you're doing, what you're eating, and why you're doing it. You could still practice and be there with your family and just have fun. Talk about the fun times you had together and make new memories with your family. It's all about having this balance, this control of your emotions. If you get triggered by your family, there's something going on within yourself. You could handle it. Many people say they isolate themselves from their family because they don't understand what they're going through, but whatever family you have, biological or friends or whatever, your family is your family and will always be your family. And I'm pretty sure they love you, and you have to figure out how to be with them still. Not put yourself in this bubble thinking that you can't hang out with different people. It's amazing hanging out with different people that are not thinking the same way as you. They still have things that you don't know to bring to the table. People say, I'm too woke for them. You are never too woke for anybody. Because, I mean, we're all here together. You always learn things from people all around you. When you go to the store, when you go to parties, people are everywhere. And we don't know everything. That's why we're all here. Don't take everything that has been said about it and things that people are practicing. If it's not for you, it's not for you. And there's so many new things happening, and just obviously do what works for you and take things slowly and take things that you like from it. And if you don't like tarot, use crystals. You don't like crystals, read books. There's so many different things you could jump from one thing to another. But the point is to just have an open mind and explore different avenues. You can't judge certain religions or movements or cultures or races or any of it, because it's best to know what you don't know, because you don't know and you'll never know if you never try to experience it. You can't say you don't like a certain food if you've never tried it. Because if you judge something for what it looks like or what it seems like or whatever what everyone thinks it is, you'll never know what you could have gotten from that. You would have never realized that it could have been for you. And the New Age movement is not a form of witchcraft. It's not a form of leaving God or getting away from God, but it's a way to realize who you are and that you play a big part in this whole piece of the puzzle, and you are not separate from God, the creator of the universe, but you are a part of that, and you can manifest whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. And the point was to never take things that you learn or practice too seriously, and don't listen to people that are trying to make you do certain things while you're doing this or following this new movement, belief, culture. I don't know what it is, but it is up to you to know what works for you, and it's up to you to know if it's right for you. Like, people say it's not right for them, it's not right for them. They tried it, it didn't work for them. That's perfectly fine. I am not saying it's a thing that is perfect for everyone, because at some point someone finds that there's a new thing that they like, it's a new thing that they feel comfortable with. And as long as you feel comfortable with whatever you're doing, then cool. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this whole New Age movement? Did it work for you? If it didn't work for you, let me know too. I would like to know. And if it didn't work for you, just let me know too. I would like to know. I want to get both sides. I don't just want one side, I want both sides. It's so great that the New Age movement has really grown. When I was in high school, no one talked about any of this. I was like just me trying to read the tarot, just me learning about chakras. No one knew any of this stuff. And I hope that it's not, the New Age movement is not a trend. It's not a phase that everyone's just going through just to go with the whole flow, that everyone is posting all these pictures of crystals and vision boards. I hope people continue to practice it. I hope people learn from it. And I hope people's minds expand and grow and realize that there is more to life than we know ourselves, and know that science and fitness is awesome and great, but you can't forget your own spiritual part of yourself. You have to integrate the body, the mind, the spirit together to create one, and you'll be balanced. You can't just have the body and mind balance, or you can't just have the body and not the mind balance, or the mind and not the body and the spirit balance. That's kind of unbalanced. You could be so smart, but you forgot about your body, you forgot about your spirit. And I'm not saying you gotta work out, because sometimes I don't like to work out, but just feed your body good food and just listen to what your guidance has to say. And that's all I gotta say. So if you like this video, hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.